What is up, YouTube? Kazma's Primer back at you with yet another video. I am finally back home, and I am very tired. I'll tell you that right now. I'm exhausted. Any of you guys who might know about me for the past few days, I have been in Orlando at WrestleMania. My first live WrestleMania. It's something I'm never going to forget. And it was really exhausting. You know, some of the stuff I've done. Instead of going into the event by itself, like where I go down the matches like I normally do, I'm just gonna talk about the whole trip in general. So I guess I'll start with Thursday. Thursday, I was really late getting out of the house because I really don't know what kept us so long to get out of there, but it just took us a while to really get out of the house. And by the time we got to the hotel, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I was fried. So the only thing we did once we got to the hotel was we ordered a pizza. By the way, if you're in Orlando, check out Flipper's Pizzeria. They are the bomb when it comes to pizza. We ordered a pizza, took a shower, and I went to bed. Simple as that. Didn't even do much unpacking. Friday, the first day of Access. I slept in. Slept in very late because I was tired from the night before. And I went to Access. Access, it wasn't much different than when I went 5 years ago for WrestleMania 28, although everything was placed around differently. I went to the Superstore and I bought 2 t-shirts, which I'll show you at the end of the video. I did the Superstar entrance, as you guys saw. I uploaded that video a few days ago. And I just walked around and had a good time. The Superstore was amazing. There was so much stuff in there. You know, t-shirts and other memorabilia. You know, I could have had a field day with that, but I'll get to that at the very end. Like I said, when I got back to the hotel, one of the associates at the hotel asked if they could take a picture with my Universal Championship. I told them, sure. You ain't going home with it, but you can take a picture with it. So they took a picture with it. And then shortly thereafter, the guy took a picture with it. These 2 women came into the hotel, and this elderly woman mentioned she had a son who likes pro wrestling, and she also had asked if she could take a photo with my belt. And I told her, sure. And I mean, I'm not one to say no to the elderly, and she just had a face on her that I just couldn't say no to. So I let her take 2 pictures. She took one with it over her shoulder, and one around her waist. So clearly she enjoyed taking those pictures. I didn't ask her to send to me anything. I just told her she can just take the pictures and do what she wants with them. She really seemed to appreciate it, because after she took the pictures and she took the belt off, she gave me a hug, so it's nice when I can make someone's day. So that was Friday. Saturday, I didn't do much that day with Access. I slept late, because I'm like a tired guy. I slept late, and we went to Access. I bought one more shirt from the Superstore, and I looked around in it one more time just so I could see what it was like being in a store surrounded by WWE stuff. I cut myself a promo, which I've been practicing for a while. I've always wanted to do that. They didn't have that when I went to WrestleMania Access back in 2012. That's something that's definitely new. And what else did I do? I'm shooting blanks. Oh yeah, Takeover was that night, and we were tempted to get tickets, but my mom and I decided instead we have some family who live about an hour north of Orlando, and I have a friend of mine who lives up there, so we instead decided to go make the drive up north and go visit them. We went to their town. We had dinner at this restaurant, which, if we ever go back again, we're probably not going to go to that restaurant again. Not that it's their fault for choosing it, but the food just wasn't all that good. So we'll probably never go there again. We'll probably just go to another restaurant that we usually go to. And I was happy to see my friend again. You know, she's like my little sister. Some of you may know who I'm talking about. Some of you might not. But it's a friend I've had for many, many years, and she's very close to me. She's, like I said, she's like my little sister in a sense. And she gave me a gift. something I've been wanting for a long time, and she actually was able kind enough to get it for me. Something personal between me and her, and I intend to this is when my tongue stops working. Return the favor, because her birthday is later on this month. I plan on getting her something, so there's that. And now Sunday, WrestleMania day. I slept late because we didn't have to be anywhere that morning. I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at the hotel because I didn't want to really eat anything when I got to the stadium. So, I made sure that I went to the bathroom before the show started because I didn't want to leave my seat if I didn't have to. There was a ton of people. I mean, when we took the hotel shuttle to get to the stadium, they had to drop us off 2 blocks away. And we had to walk the rest of the way into the stadium. And it was crazy. I mean, so many wrestling fans. I mean, I've never seen so many wrestling fans in one place before. It was crazy. And of course, people were commenting on my belt and whatnot as I was walking by. There were other people with their belts. I didn't see anybody from the group on Facebook, unfortunately. I'm in that group, Belt Mafia, with that guy, Richard Simpson, and Andrew Sabazo, who are here on YouTube as well. I didn't see them, unfortunately. But the place was packed. I mean, we had good seats, too. We were, like, on the side of the ring, opposite the ramp, so we were able to see the ring, and we were behind the VIP section. Like, here's the front section, like, where all you get the souvenir ringside seats. We were in the section behind them. We were a few rows behind. I was in section F7, row L. And the last few seats on the row were untaken, so my mom and I were able kind of to spread out between those last few seats. And I was able to record. I got some footage of their entrances and whatnot. That's really the only thing I recorded. But the majority of the footage is me, like, holding it up, barely getting to see the ramp and most of the back of people's heads, because everyone stands up during the entrances, so it's not worth posting any footage, trust me when I tell you that. But it was a long night. I didn't go to the bathroom until I left. I tried going during the Pitbull Flow Rider performance, but by the time I got back, or by the time, like, I ran out of time. Like, by the time it was almost my turn, or I was halfway through the line and the thing had already ended, so I had to hurry back to my seat. I didn't want to miss any more of the show. There were some matches I really enjoyed seeing. Like, I really enjoyed the Shane McMahon AJ Styles match, the Kevin Owens Chris Jericho match. I really enjoyed that one. Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, because I've always wanted to see Brock Lesnar's entrance live. John Cena and Nikki Bella. I tried to warn my mom that people were going to boo John Cena. She clearly didn't listen. And I thought it was really interesting when John Cena proposed to Nikki. I was kind of hoping she'd say no. Like, Nikki would, like, she'd do as Eve Torres did to Zack Ryder. She'd kick him in the crotch and turn heel on him. I was really hoping that would happen, but she said yes, so I guess that means Daniel Bryan and John Cena are stepbrothers now. Congratulations to them, I suppose. But the match I was looking forward to the most that night was the main event, Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. I was dying to get The Undertaker's entrance on film, and I'm really glad I did. And oh my gosh. I really regret leaving early because as soon as that last bell rang, I left. And I really regret it. I mean, when that last bell rang, the only thing I could muster was the cry of, "No!" But of course, much louder. I probably had a worse reaction to that than I did to the streak ending. I was shocked when the streak ended, but this time I was just upset. And I really regret leaving, because supposedly after I left, The Undertaker left his hat, his coat, and his gloves in the middle of the ring. And I read an article online on my Facebook that when they were disassembling the ring and whatnot at Camping World, the stuff was still there in the middle of the ring, so talk about a class act. And I guess this means The Undertaker's retired now. I mean, we haven't really heard much official from The Undertaker or WWE. Maybe they'll talk about it tonight on Raw. But I think it's a clear sign that The Undertaker's retired. So now that I got out of the way, then we left the hotel, the stadium, tried to get back to the hotel, and let me tell you, when it came to leaving, I'll take this. Yeah, this is where my tongue stops working again. Let me give you some solid sound advice when it comes to getting a ride back to your hotel. Getting a cab was a bitch. Literally, getting a ride back to the hotel was an absolute bitch. We walked several blocks all over town trying to find a place where a cab could pick us up. Nowhere were cabs to be found. We ended up having to wait outside a McDonald's with a ton of other people waiting to get a ride, until finally we were able to flag a cab down. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time we got back to the hotel. And I know I said I came home tired a couple times, but this time I was really tired. I mean, I was exhausted. I mean, I took off my clothes and I hobbled straight into bed. I didn't even take a shower, which I should probably do once I'm done filming this video. I kind of stink. But, like I said, I was exhausted. I was fried. My vocal cords were hurt from screaming all night. I mean, literally, they were sore. I could barely talk. I just wanted to I stripped off my clothes, and I crawled straight into bed. Like, if you ask ask my mom, she'll tell you. I mean, flipped off my shirt, took off my pants and my shoes, and I just crawled into bed. I didn't even put on my pajamas. I just slept in my underwear. I was so tired. But I woke up the next morning, we checked out, and now I'm home. Looking forward to tuning into Raw to see the reactions to what happened last night. And just settling back in. So, I figure now I will show you everything I bought. Let me tell you, the Superstore was awesome. If you gave me if there's a meme that I've seen on Facebook every once in a while that says, you have 5 minutes, you have to spend $500 on a shopping spree in 5 minutes, what store are you spending it in? I would probably say the WrestleMania Superstore or WWE Shop. So, I bought 3 shirts. I was originally going to buy 2, but I decided, you know what, I'll get 3. I decided to buy 3. This first one, I told myself I have to get because I wanted to get this for every pay-per-view I go to. I got the WrestleMania 33 event shirt. It's got the poster on the front. Somewhere on there, it says on the bottom, Orlando, Florida. April 2nd, 2017. Ultimate Thrill Ride. And on the back, baseball game. It's got WrestleMania logo and all the matches. I buy a lot of these for my WrestleManias, but this one has a lot of sentimental value to me because I actually went to this WrestleMania. I still have my one for WrestleMania 28 because it was my first WrestleMania. I got rid of my ones for WrestleManias 29 and 31, and I never got the one for 30 because it sold out before I could get it. So, I have this one now, and it's certainly, like I said, it's going to have some sentimental value. The second one, oh yeah, also, I did a survey at Access, and they gave me these little bracelets for free with a WWE logo on them. My mom and I both did, so we each got one. And I went to the Slam Crate table, and they gave me this little button for free that's got Stone Cold Steve Austin on it. The second one, I was really debating on which ones I was going to get. Like, I had made a list of different shirts on the shop I wanted to buy, and several of them were not available at the store because they were older designs. This one I did want, and the main reason I bought it is because they only had one in my size. They had a ton of size larges, a couple of mediums, one small, one 2X, and one extra large, which is my size. So that was pretty much a sign that I probably should have bought it. And thank God I did. So there's a tag on it and everything. It's the one I'm going to put on after I got out of the shower. I got the new AJ Styles one. Untouchable P1, AJ Styles. Hard to follow P1 again. I was originally going to get AJ Styles the blue They Don't Want None shirt, but I thought this one would look way cooler. And this is my second AJ Styles shirt. My first one is the very original that came out a year ago that I bought about this time last year. So now I have 2 AJ Styles shirts. So yeah. There were a few things I did want to buy, like, I was tempted, really, really tempted, to get Shane McMahon's baseball jersey because I have his one from last year, but it was 50 bucks. I didn't have that. I didn't have enough. I would have bought. I didn't. They had Shinsuke Nakamura's new shirt. I would have much preferred his old one that says "Strong Style has arrived" on it. I was looking for that red NWO shirt, but they didn't have it. I was hoping maybe they'd have one for Roddy Piper, the Hot Rod shirt, but they didn't have that one either. So, when I went back the second day, I decided to buy one for someone from NXT. They didn't have any for Asuka in men's sizes. I think they had Asuka for women's sizes, but they didn't have any in men's sizes. Like I said, the Shinsuke Nakamura, I didn't really like the new one. I like his old one better. So I got one for my second favorite NXT Superstar, and I told my buddy Josh I was going to get this one. I've really been putting off on getting this one. It is the Bobby Roode Glorious Until Victorious shirt, the current NXT champion. It says Glorious Until Victorious on the front, and it says That's Roode on the back. This is my third NXT shirt. I have the Finn Balor Club shirt, which I count as NXT because I bought it when he was still in NXT. I have Sami Zayn's because, again, I bought it while he was still in NXT. And now I have this one for Bobby Roode. I plan on getting Shinsuke Nakamura's shirt eventually, the one that says Strong Style has arrived, maybe with my tax refund. But yeah, I decided on that one because Bobby Roode is my second favorite NXT superstar and the current NXT champion. Another thing that I was tempted to buy, but they didn't have, that I really cared for, was side plates. The only side plates they had were Goldberg and the women's. Like, they had Alexa Bliss and they had Naomi. They had Nikki Bella at one point, but they sold out. But all they had was the WrestleMania 33 plates, which I regret not getting. They had a few plates for Goldberg, and they had Alexa Bliss and Naomi. They had no others. The Cruiserweight Championships, they sold out within the first day, which really doesn't matter to me much because I'm not intending on picking up the Cruiserweight Championship. It even sold out on WWE Shop. But if I was to get another belt, it would probably be the new NXT Championship because I really love its look. But, yeah. There's that. And like I said, I would have gotten Shane McMahon's jersey, but it was 50 bucks. I'd rather have 3 t-shirts and 1 baseball jersey. I was tempted to buy the Money in the Bank briefcase, but I really don't have a use for it, so that's why I didn't get it. But I'm happy with what I bought. I'll definitely be planning on wearing these for the next few days, but all in all, I'd say I had a really good time. I had a lot of fun. I would definitely do this again if it ever comes back to Orlando, or maybe even to Miami. But, yeah. I had a good time. I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I am out of here.